Imagine a veteran fighter walking back into the spotlight and proving that experience still hits different in modern mixed martial arts, because Kyoji Horiguchi delivered a performance that instantly reminded fans why he has been respected across multiple promotions for years, earning a clear unanimous decision victory over Amir Albazi at UFC Fight Night in Las Vegas with sharp striking, strong defense and total control of the pace that showed his maturity and evolution as a competitor, and this dominant showing pushed Kyoji Horiguchi into the men's flyweight top 10 rankings at number 6 while extending his unbeaten streak to 8 fights and proving that age is only a number when skill, preparation and fight IQ come together at the highest level. And to really understand how big this moment is, you have to look back at his first UFC run where he went 8-1 with his only loss coming in a championship bout against one of the greatest flyweights ever, Demetrius Johnson, before leaving the promotion and building an impressive legacy overseas where he captured major titles and gained valuable experience against diverse opponents, only to face injuries that forced him to vacate championships and rethink his career path, which eventually led to his return to the UFC with renewed focus and a point to prove. And now fans are watching a seasoned version of Horiguchi who fights with patience, accuracy and calm confidence rather than reckless aggression, allowing him to outstrike Albazi by a wide margin while successfully defending multiple takedown attempts and maintaining control from start to finish, showing younger fighters that a career in MMA can have multiple chapters and that growth often comes through adversity. And despite the loss, Albazi remains in the rankings at number 10, which highlights how competitive and unpredictable the flyweight division remains, where one fight can shift momentum but not erase a fighter's potential. And as analysts and fans discuss future matchups, the big question becomes who should face Horiguchi next, because his return instantly adds new storylines to a division already filled with speed, creativity and high-level technique, where even small adjustments in strategy can make a massive difference in outcomes. And with each ranking update, fans gain a clearer picture of how contenders are rising or falling in one of the sport's most exciting weight classes, where veterans and rising stars continue to collide in battles that shape the future of championship contention. After a tough loss to Rizvan Kuniev, which opened the door for Andy Delia to enter the rankings at number 10 ahead of a key matchup with Sergey Spivak, a fight that could dramatically reshape the heavyweight hierarchy and introduce new contenders into the title conversation. And when you zoom out to look at the bigger picture of rankings released by ESPN, it becomes clear that activity and consistency remain essential, because fighters must compete within a certain time frame or have a bout scheduled to stay eligible, which keeps divisions fresh and constantly evolving rather than stagnant, making every fight matter even when a championship is not on the line. And this system highlights the unpredictable nature of MMA, where a single performance can elevate a veteran back into contention or push a rising prospect into the spotlight overnight. And for fans, this constant movement creates endless debates about matchmaking, future title shots and the true pecking order within each division, especially when experienced fighters like Horiguchi return with renewed purpose while heavyweights battle for recognition in a division known for sudden knockouts and dramatic finishes. And as you follow upcoming events, keep an eye on how fighters adapt their strategies after wins or losses, because changes in training camps, game plans and mental preparation often lead to surprising results that shake up rankings and narratives. And ultimately, these updates remind viewers that mixed martial arts is more than just fights inside a cage, because behind every ranking position there are years of dedication, sacrifices and personal battles that shape each athlete's journey. And whether it's a flyweight technician climbing back toward gold or a heavyweight powerhouse chasing redemption, the sport continues to evolve through every performance, every adjustment and every comeback story that keeps fans watching and debating long after the final bell. As fans continue to break down the latest MMA divisional rankings, one thing becomes clear: that rankings are never just numbers but reflections of momentum, activity and the constant evolution of fighters who are chasing greatness inside one of the most demanding sports in the world. And after his dominant performance, Kyoji Horiguchi has suddenly become one of the most interesting names in the men's flyweight division, because his mix of speed, experience and championship pedigree makes him a dangerous matchup for both rising prospects and established contenders who are trying to secure their own place near the title picture. And when you watch how calm he remained under pressure while controlling distance and timing against Amir Albazi, you can see a veteran who understands when to attack and when to stay patient, which is often the difference between winning a competitive decision and losing close rounds. And this performance has sparked conversations among analysts about potential matchups against top 5 fighters that could test whether his resurgence is strong enough to carry him toward another championship opportunity. And beyond individual performances, these ranking shifts also remind viewers how important preparation and strategy have become in modern MMA, where fighters must balance striking, grappling, and conditioning at an elite level to remain competitive in divisions filled with hungry young athletes who are constantly studying tape and evolving their own styles. And fans love debates about who deserves the next big fight, because those conversations build excitement around future events and give each ranking update real meaning beyond headlines. And as you follow the sport closely, pay attention to how fighters handle momentum, because a single win can open doors to bigger opportunities, while a tough loss can force an athlete to reinvent their approach and prove they still belong among the best in the world. Looking ahead, the latest rankings also highlight how quickly the MMA landscape can change depending on upcoming fights and performances, because every scheduled bout carries the potential to create new contenders, revive veteran careers, or completely reshape the division's hierarchy overnight. And in the heavyweight division, all eyes are on the upcoming clash between Andy Delia and Sergey Spivak, which could determine who takes the next step toward the upper tier, while proving that even fighters ranked near the bottom of the top 10 are only one impressive win away from entering serious title discussions. And these changes also show how organizations and media outlets like ESPN evaluate fighters based on recent performances and activity levels to keep divisions fresh and competitive rather than relying solely on past achievements, which creates an environment where athletes must constantly improve, adapt, and stay active to maintain their relevance. And for viewers, this constant movement adds excitement, because you never know which rising star might break into the rankings next, or which experienced fighter might deliver a comeback performance that shocks the world. And as you continue watching MMA, remember that every fight tells a story, not just about winning or losing, but about growth, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of greatness that defines the sport, making each ranking update feel like a snapshot of an ongoing journey where fighters push their limits and fans witness the unpredictable drama that makes mixed martial arts one of the most thrilling competitions on the planet. Thanks for watching.